Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of One Pod Life. Now, apologies, I've been a bit lack with this recently. So we're back, and first up is with Alfie Plant. We have a good chat about his career so far, his playing days as a youngster, and then how he got paired with Matsuyama, actually. So the latest guy to win the green jacket in a practice round, and he was getting ready for a European Tour tournament. So apologies again for not getting this out earlier, but in the meantime, get ready and enjoy Alfie Plant. And yeah, I guess let's dive straight into it and start talking about where you actually started playing golf and sort of what age were you?
Oh, well, I started as soon as I could. Well, when I was really young, really. All my family played. Like my dad played, my granddad played, Nan played. So yeah, as soon as I could walk or swing a club, then yeah, I kind of started really.
No, good stuff. So family was a big influence then, like you said. They all played it. Yeah. So as soon as you could,
big influence.
As soon as you could walk, they gave you a club, basically.
Yeah, so yeah, I had a set of them plastic golf clubs, little trolley.
Yep.
I think I had like, I don't know, a wood, an iron, and a putter or something. And yeah, just swing it about. And there was a big influence then. They still are now. So
good stuff.
Yeah, it's all going good.
That's cool. So what age did you kind of start to think or realise that actually I quite like playing this golf, and it could actually could be really big in my future?
It was just like a steady progression, really. I just, I kind of got down to scratch, started getting into the county setup, and then kind of went from like, under 16s, under 18s, first team. And then I kind of got into the England squads, and I just kind of just kept, climbing the ladder and just kind of, just progressing really. And then it wasn't till my final year as an amateur, I thought, well, if I'm going to give it a go, then this is it now. This is the best opportunity. I've put myself on the best platform. Let's go for it. So it was, just a steady progression really.
No, definitely. We'll come on to that in a bit, but obviously, at the beginning, I quite like to know how people actually got into it. So I think in 2015, I think it's like the earliest I could find like a sort of any, not meaningful win, but that's quite bad. But like a notable thing to talk about was in 2015, you were the runner-up at the English Amateur. And I just wanted to get your take on that, and how did you feel at the time when you
really, probably a bit of more of a memorable result when I was 4 actually.
Okay.
That was the first time I got into the local newspaper, but yeah, it was called Find the Next Tiger Woods at Collingtree Park. Yeah, I was only 4. I ended up coming second. But not that I remember any of it at all. But it's nice to have a little look at the newspaper clippings and that. But the English Amateur, it's kind of a big event for an amateur. It's in the calendar as a major.
Yep.
Played it at a great golf course called Alwoodley.
Yep.
Don't know if you've been.
I've never been.
Yeah, very, very nice. Just had a real good week, and just run out of steam on the final. I just absolutely got smashed by a lad called Joe Dean, a very, very good player. Still is. He's in the pro ranks now. So
okay.
Yeah, it was overall really good week actually.
No, good stuff. I saw that as the earliest sort of thing to talk about. Was that kind of obviously the platform then that kicked on sort of 2 years I think of really good amateur career for you, because you then played for England in the Eisenhower Trophy.
Yeah, Eisenhower.
Eisenhower Trophy
Championships.
Again, like, what was your reaction and your thoughts when you were playing that?
That was an awesome week. That was out in Mexico. We played, one of the courses was Mayakoba, which they play on the PGA Tour.
Yep.
Absolutely awesome week. A team of 3, and I think it's the first time England's ever got silver medal.
I was about to say the team finished second, so you must have done something right.
Yeah, team finished second. I come third on my own in the individual. it was really good. I'm sure it was 2 scores out of the 3 every day.
Right.
And I wouldn't say luck, but you just need that one person to have a bad day and then come in the next day when someone else has a bad day. It just really worked, we had some great prep. We went out to the Row in LA the week before, to like acclimatise, practice. We really like focused and really wanted to do well, as a team and obviously as a country as well, with all the selectors and that. So it was nice to, have a good finish in the end.
No, good stuff. In the same year as well, you managed to win the Libham Trophy as well.
Yeah,
which is by quite a few shots, 7 of them. I think that's quite a big trophy for any amateur to win, isn't it, really?
Yeah, that's normally the first major of the year, really, in the UK calendar.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's normally May Day weekend, I think. It was that was a great week. I used to play a tournament down the road. It was an under-18 tournament called the Fairhaven Trophy.
Okay.
And if I had a afternoon or morning tea time, I'd normally drive over to Lytham because it's only just down the road, and I'd watch the guys practice, play a few holes. I always wanted to play that event and be there with with the top guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice to finally get there and actually win the trophy. Really, it was. It was great. It was really good.
Like a little boyhood dream then.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I was kind of aspiring to be these lads. You know what I mean? I was going over there and watching them. I remember watching Eddie Pepperell on the range for 15, 20 minutes. It was just, it had a little bit of a different aura about it, that tournament, and it was just great. Yeah.
No, good stuff. And then in 2017, you also then went off to the European Amateur Tournament.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say you went over. It was in the UK at Walton Heath, and you managed to win that as well. So you got both English and European Amateur under your belt.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so we're doing. I did all right. I think my amateur career was pretty strong, really. No, it was some of my best days, really. I absolutely loved it, being in a team environment, travelling around with all your friends, having top coaches around you all the time.
Yep.
It was a great time in my life. Yeah, I do miss it occasionally.
Do you? No, I guess you would, actually, because like you said, you was in a good environment and you were obviously winning a lot, and everyone loves winning. So why wouldn't you sort of look back at it with fond memories? Yeah,
no, definitely. So, anyone who's kind of going down that road now as an amateur, I think most of them would say they enjoy it, they like it. Obviously, you're going to have the odd few that don't like it and want to do their own thing, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd recommend it to anyone.
No, great stuff. Well, then I think it leads up to the biggest part that we're probably going to talk about the most. When in 2017 you went off to the Open, but first of all, how did you qualify for the Open?
So it was 2 weeks before winning the European Amateur. The winner of that gets into the Open.
Right. Okay.
I had a busy few weeks actually, because then I played European Open and then I flew away with England to play European teams.
Right.
We literally had 7 days on the spin, 2 18-hole qualifiers, and then it would go 36 holes a day all the way to the final, and we come second then. And then the week after it was the Open. So 3 weeks after that, I was absolutely knackered. I think I had a week in bed after that.
Yeah, I bet you needed that. Yeah, but it didn't show on the golf course though, because you won the silver medal, the leading amateur, which is fantastic. What an achievement! Congratulations, by the way, on that. Yeah. And also to top it as well, you were the only amateur to make the cut, which makes it even better. So again, I just want to get your thoughts on the lead up to the first tee, and then we'll talk about obviously the whole weekend afterwards as well. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So how did you feel when all the lead up to it, and then once you actually got onto that first tee?
Well, it was actually quite nice being busy the week before, because I kind of had my mind on other things, really, competing and playing.
Yep.
But I arrived on the Monday. There wasn't too many people there really, but I got picked up from the airport. I like brand spanking new Mercedes,
Nice.
like the courtesy cars. It was just a completely different world. But yeah, just like kind of so calm, so relaxed. Everyone just kind of was doing their thing. And it was just quite strange, really. Going in doing I took my name down for tea times.
Yep.
And you basically just go up to the piece of paper and just put your name down in any time slot, join anyone, do anything. So it's a little bit like, oh, bloody hell, like, you know, you're seeing like McElroy's name down, or, you know, it's like, oh, will you want to play 9 holes with me or not? I don't know.
Did you put your name down on the list?
I did, yeah. So
yep.
I tried to have a little bit of a mix, really, because I still really wanted to do really well in the tournament. So I thought, if I start putting my name down with like big stars, I was just going to be a bit starstruck, really, and just kind of a bit overwhelmed. So I just kind of put my name down in a blank spot, and I thought, oh, if anyone joins me, that's great. Yep. Apart from one day, I went out early with Matsuyama.
All right, nice.
Yeah, but he doesn't speak much. Well, he doesn't speak any English at all. And it's like the crew he had with him, like all the like newspapers, all the press. Someone said he actually has more than Tiger Woods. He's such a hero back in his own country. It was just like paparazzi everywhere. It was it was madness, really. I was in his like local newspaper as well. And it was like, it was brilliant. Yeah, no, it was just awesome.
No, good stuff. So that was all the practice stuff. And then, who did you actually get paired with on the first 2 days? Can you remember?
The first 2 days, it was Wesley Bryan and Ablam Lahiri. Oh yeah, both found the PJ Tour.
Yep.
Very, very nice guys. Real nice guys. It was. I don't know. It's quite strange because on the first tee, you know, they both got announced. You know, and they kind of got like just a normal round of applause.
Yep.
And then I got announced last, and I had about, I think it was about 100, 150 people in the stand, all with like T-shirts on, hats, like all my mate on. And as soon as I got announced, like the whole stand was like, whoa.
I was going to go on to the Alfie Plant fan club because I was reading about it earlier.
And I was kind of looking at the other two players, and I was probably thinking, who is this guy here? Like, we've won PJ Tour events, like we've just got like a normal reception, and this kid, everyone's going like nuts for. So it was good. It was good. We had a good crack.
So how did you feel on the first tee, then, knowing that you've got your 150 group of Alfie Plant the fan club?
Oh, it was just,
and then the eyes of the world on you as well.
Yeah, do you know what? I was just so like pumped up. I was obviously bricking it as well, but the kind of the adrenaline just, you know, was taking over, really. So didn't really have too much time to think. It's strange because the first hole was kind of dogleg round to the left, and I just hit driver down there and I didn't think anything of it. And then when I got in, everyone was like, oh, people are making nines on there, they're hitting irons off the tee. It's like one of the toughest tee shots, and I was just like whacking driver like with no care in the world.
Probably more. Well, you say you were pumped up, but you probably thought, well, I'll just hit a club and see what happens. Where they're thinking about it too much.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and it did have the biggest face as well, so I thought we were definitely going to hit the face, which was handy.
No, definitely. No, good stuff. Well, you end up finishing tied 60 seconds. So, like I said, you were the only amateur to make the cut. So, how did it feel? Even just then, obviously knowing you would have won, that you're going to win the silver medal, but even just knowing that you made the cut at a major tournament.
It was a strange. The Friday. The Friday was awesome. It was so much. It was like a big party. It was a shame I had to have 2 rounds on the weekend. all friends and family. We managed to get them up through the fire exit and that. And we was just kind of in like the hospitality tent, all like singing, and like everyone was drinking. It was just a big party. And even a couple of security guards come in and said, you've got to keep your noise down because they can't putt on the 18th green.
Love it.
It was all the riffraff was in there. So, we was making plenty of noise. But, it was. And then Saturday, I had a goal to try and get top 20 because top 20 get back next year.
Yep.
so I was still quite focused on the Saturday. I shot 1 under on the Saturday, and I went back from like 25th or something to like nearly 50th.
Right.
For shooting 1 under. It was the day that Brandon Gray shot the lowest ever open round, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of, like Saturday, I was still focused, shot under par, and then moved back, as I said, 30 spots. I was a bit like, oh man, I feel a bit like deflated now.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, it was like, right, I said to my brother, because he was on the bag, I said, like, right, just get as many balls as you can in the bag. We just got to finish. That's all we've got to do to get the medal. Do you know what I mean? So it was just a really great Sunday, really. The sun was shining. We could take it all in because we knew we'd won what I could win as an amateur.
Yep.
And just kind of floated about, took it all in. Just milked every opportunity possible, really.
No,
so
definitely.
It was a nice weekend, no stress.
No, great stuff. Well, which is, you're not going to hear many people say there was no stress at a major tournament. But like you said, knowing that you got through, made the cut, and all you had to do is finish the tournament to get your silver medal was great. Yeah,
so probably a position that not many people have been able to be in, really, like knowing they've won something and it's a weekend of a major.
No, definitely. I've spoken to people who have made the Open Championships through qualification, or like you said, winning tournaments just before, but none of them have obviously then gone on to do what you've done and win the silver medal. So, yeah, like you said, you're in very small company there, aren't you? Yeah,
and I didn't realise really until after, and people start going through the facts, who's won it, and it did really dawn on me then, like, oh bloody hell, like there's not too many of these about. It's I had to take it straight down off eBay, and I thought I better keep that medal.
Love it. They better be proudly put somewhere in the house.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's on my bedroom side, so
good stuff.
Helps you sleep at night.
Well, that was the year that Spieth won, wasn't it? So
it was,
obviously at the end of the tournament, you all get announced at the beginning. Like Spieth won, obviously. What's it called? The champion golfer of the year, and obviously you've come out as well. Did you get a chance to speak to him, and did he give you any advice or anything like that?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, just a little like general chat, really. Yeah, not too much. I just remember the biggest thing I remember was Kuchar comes second that year.
Right.
So he goes out. So I go out first, and then second goes out to get the plate. It's called. And all of a sudden, like, I'm on the side of the green, standing next to Kuchar. I must have looked like his son. I was so small next to him. That's all I could think of. Like, oh, is everyone just looking like how small I am right now?
Love it.
They was both nice guys. Yeah, gentlemen's really just made me feel welcome. And then that was it. Really, he's got tons and tons of press and that to do. So he was swifted away, and that was it.
I like it. But what a great experience, though, and kind of, I guess as well, that could have been a moment where you then realised, right, I am good enough. This is what I want to do going forward. And like you said, you decided after that, I think you then turned pro, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And that was kind of your defining moment. Goes, okay, I can do this. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, it kind of gives you that belief. And, I know it's only 1 week of the year that I've competed with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But, you just felt like, right, I've done it once, then let's give it a go. I think it's now or never, really. And
no, definitely.
I felt like I was at a good age. I was 25. An old boy, if you are, some of them now turning pro. But, it was just time for me to give it a crack.
I like it. So what for the next couple of years, what were you up to? What did you get up to? Did you play much mini tour? I know you're in 2019. You won the Golf Catcher Championship on the Euro Pro. So what did you get up to between 2017 and then?
Yeah, so 2017 I hung out a little bit to play Walker Cup and play US Amateur. Mm-hmm. So I turned pro end of 17 with Q School, and then because of the Open and the exposure, I got, a real good run of invites on the European Tour, on the Challenge Tour, out in Asia. So I kind of had a year of just playing everything at the top level. It was great. I was flying around everywhere. But out of them invites, I never made enough money to keep a card.
Right.
or any status on any of the tours. So I got to the end of the year and I was like, God, I've had a great time here, but I'm nowhere better off than where I was when I just turned pro, really. So I kind of decided from then, right, I played a couple of invites on Challenge Tour the year after, but I decided, right, I'm just going to play Euro Pro.
Okay.
You know, if I felt like I was good enough, and almost to prove to myself as well, if you are good enough, you should be able to go on there and get off as quick as possible, really.
Yep.
And which, yeah, so that's how it kind of started, really. So yeah, I had a great time. Went back down to Euro Pro, should you say? A season on there, managed to get a win, get inside the top 5.
Yep.
And then this year was going to be my first, this year, 2020 was going to be my first full year on the Challenge Tour with my own status rather than invites.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, with the pandemic and that, it's kind of, that's got in the way.
Yep.
So I'm still in the same situation now, ready for this year.
No, good, because I was going to say, you managed to, like you said, get on and off that tour pretty quick then, because you managed to, like you said, get a win under your belt, and then you finished 4th in the order of merit. So,
yep.
Which then gave you like you said, the Challenge Tour card. So yeah, it's a shame you couldn't kick on with that confidence and that sort of momentum back then. But,
yeah, exactly that. Exactly.
Yeah, it's annoying for everyone, I guess. But like you said, but at least you've managed. Obviously, you can go out hopefully this year and, like you said, get on that Challenge Tour and hopefully get off it pretty quick again.
Yeah, fingers crossed. You know, I think that's there's loads of us out here, you know, with the same dreams and the same focus. You know, it's tough, but you know, it's almost not rocket science, really. Whoever plays the best golf,
yep, exactly,
gets off. You know, so everyone knows what they've got to do. It's just then, you know, getting out there and, you know, trying to get in the groove and play your best golf, and you'll soon find out if Challenge Tour is your level, or if you move up European Tour, or you don't. I don't think you know, everyone believes and wants to be, you know, a season tour and a European Tour or PGA Tour, but you know, you've got to go through these levels to, one, prove to yourself, and 2, you know, prove to everyone else, really. Oh yeah, he is good enough. Like, now he's moving up and he can hold his own, and you just got to keep, you know, climbing the ladder as quick as you can, but also at your pace, really.
Now, One Pod Life is brought to you in partnership with Energy Golf, the leading golf development platform. They are committed to providing a service that allows you to reach your maximum potential by improving your mindset, creating physical longevity, and funding your golf career. What they've done is take professional tour team experience and brought it to you through their platform, so you can have your very own tour team in your pocket. Energy Golf offers the ability to learn from leading professionals in the fields of fitness, nutrition, breathing, caddying, psychology, business, as well as proven tour winners and many more. There are also courses based around the mental aspects of golf, such as mental toughness, emotional control, and self-esteem. Visit energy.com to learn more, and to claim your exclusive 1-month free trial, simply send an email with the subject OnePodLife to info@energy.com and enjoy. Now let's get back to the podcast. Are you a goal-setting kind of golfer, or are you obviously the main goal is obviously to get off the Challenge Tour and get in the order of merit and win? But do you set many goals?
Yeah, I try to. I respond well to goals, really. I always have in the past. So yeah, I've always got my own little goals going on. You know, whether that's at a tournament or a year-long season, or you know, it could be anything. It could be every 3 holes I have a goal. So yeah, I use goals quite a bit, really, to try and keep me focused and, you know, keep me striving forward.
Mm-hmm. So if you could set, so you obviously, I'm guessing you've already set your 2021 goals once the season gets back up and running again. So could you share any of those with us? Yeah,
so I've got to get inside the top 20 on the order of merit on the Challenge Tour.
Okay.
And then try and win twice on the Challenge Tour.
Okay.
And then I think they're my only 2 at the minute. I have got another one. I'm trying to get to about 4 or 5, maybe. I think it's quite a good number. Not too many. You know, and all probably either like a little bit out of my reach or tough goals, you know, so that you have to, it's good, you know, you have to really focus and keep going, where I think if the goals are too easy and you do them in the first couple of months,
yeah, you kind of
you're a bit like, well, what do you do now?
yeah, no, exactly.
So I think tough but realistic goals. They can happen, but they're going to be tough to do. I think they're the best kind of goals.
No, definitely. So next question, instead of, as well as the Alfie Plant fan club of the 150 people that you've got, what else does your team look like? Obviously, coach and stuff like that.
Yeah, so the team's got a little bit bigger this year, but the main guy, like my head coach, is Stuart Dowsett. He's based at Sundridge Park, where I play. So I've worked closely with him now for probably 2 years. I think it's coming up to 2 years or just after.
Right.
We work very closely together. We're always trying to find the secret, shall we say.
Yep.
But yeah, he's been brilliant since working with him. He's changed my golf swing dramatically, and he's gave me a lot more knowledge. I thought I had all the knowledge, but he's opened my eyes a little bit more to other stuff, So
yep.
He's the main guy. I see Graham Walker, the short game.
Okay.
I see him all through my England days, so I try and pop up to see him once or twice a year, for like an MOT as such, just run over the game.
Yep.
And then I've just added 2 guys this year. I've added Carl Morris.
Yes.
He's is it Mind Factor? I think.
Yep. Mind Factor.
The Mind guy. And I've added Steve Furlonger. He's like a false plates, like a speed guy. Help me with my driving, try and get squeeze as much out as I can. So that's it. Yes, I've added Carl and Steve this year. So that I haven't got a massive team. Just keep it nice and simple, really.
Well, no. But the addition of obviously getting Carl Morris on board with the Mind Factor and work on a bit of mind performance is vital. Obviously, many people didn't realise that he's actually a big part of the game. So, yeah, I'm interested to know how you feel that you're getting on with that.
Yeah, I've literally just started. Obviously, it's tough in the pandemic. We're supposed to meet up, and then golf got cancelled. Or called off, should you say. So we've done a couple of FaceTime and Skype stuff at the minute just to get to know each other and get the ball rolling. But I can't give you too much more than that, really. We've only just really started, so I'm excited.
Have you gone back and listened to his podcasts and stuff that he does?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't listened to any of it, actually.
The podcasts are great. Not I want to promote anyone else's podcasts on my podcast, but I do listen to a lot of the Carl Morris podcasts, and they actually are really good. So I'd recommend that you listen to a few of those.
Right, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'll have to check them out then, definitely.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay, what we'll do is move on to the next part of the podcast, and really the main focus on why I started doing the podcast was to learn from guys like yourself who have had a great amateur career and forging themselves a lovely career in golf in general, and really give back to sort of aspiring golfers who are trying to do the same thing. Yeah. And with that is, what top tips would you give them on how they can become a professional golfer? So if you could give 3 top tips, what would they be?
3 top tips.
Yeah.
Number 1 would be finding the right information.
Okay. Yep.
There's a lot of stuff out there now, especially with YouTube and social media. There's so much information that it's hard to sieve through, really, and decide what's right, what's wrong, if you should be working on it, if you shouldn't. I've had times where you start on YouTube and 2 hours later you're just like on your 100th video about the grip or something. You think, what am I doing here? So that's a very scary place.
It can be a bit of a dark hole, the old social media and YouTube tutorials, but yeah, so that'd be number 1. Try and find the best information you can. That's normally finding top coaches, really. Yep.
Number 2 would be just pure and simple. Just got to work hard. The guys at the top, everyone thinks they don't work hard. They're grinding every day. They've got the best coaches around them. They're just working hard all the time. It's just a machine. So, you can't really have a day off, really. You know, talent will only get you so far. These guys are very talented, and if they're outworking you as well, then you've got no chance of catching them.
No, it's true.
So that'd be number 2. Number 3, I think with the way the game's going now, you just got to hit the ball hard.
Mm-hmm.
Try and, you know, hit it as long as you can. Especially if you're a youngster, you know, just get out there and just try and swing out your shoes and find a good coach to make you hit more fairways, you know. But the game is definitely going that way, you know. If you're getting like big, strong athletes now, you know, turning pro, you know, like you're getting long drive guys who all of a sudden can keep it in play and chip and putt well. You know, it's like, so I can't remember who told me, but when you think like college in America, you'll get like a basketball player or a quarterback that gets a little bit of an injury and goes, I don't really fancy this, I'm going to try golf. So you're getting like, you're just getting a different breed of people coming through now. So, definitely just, swing out your boots and, you know, try and control it as much as you can.
No, good 3 great tips there. Thank you very much.
No, that's all right. They're pretty similar to what you've had before?
Yeah, they are. The first one was different. Again, some of these do come up recurring themes, and obviously, but again, that's the reason why you guys are where you are, because you're doing the right things, and the 3 tips come in handy. So, not at all. Great stuff. Well, Alfie, thank you for coming on the podcast. I've got one more question.
Yeah,
it's quite kind of a funny one, really, just to end on a light note. I noticed that you were sponsored by a company called A Plant.
Yeah.
Which is quite a coincidence, seeing your name is Alfie Plant. Yeah. How gutted were you when they changed the name to Sunbelt Rentals?
Well, I'm debating if I need to change my last name to Sunbelt Rentals or not, to be honest with you. I don't think it's got quite the same ring as it, Alfie Sunbelt. But
no, it hasn't.
do you know what? It was a dream sponsor, really. We couldn't really ask for just a better match. I never know if the guys early on, especially when I played European Tour straight out as an amateur, if they ever thought like, oh, look at this kid, he's just turned up, he's got his logo on his hat.
At first I looked at it, I thought, wow, he's got a good logo there, and I thought, I've seen that somewhere before. Where have I seen that?
Somewhere up the M1 somewhere, probably.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think it's hilarious. But I just thought
it was brilliant. Yeah,
quite funny finish to that little question. But so we can see you change your name of deed next year, yeah. Alfie Sunbelt.
That's it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so
love it. Well, Alfie, again, thank you for coming on the podcast and giving us an insight into your experiences you've had as an amateur.
Oh, pleasure. No, I absolutely loved it
at the Open, and wish you all the best of luck once the Challenge Tour starts again. And looking forward to seeing your name up on the leaderboard and hopefully on the European Tour.
Oh, cheers! Thank you very much. Well, thanks for inviting me on, and good luck with the rest of your podcasts.
Fantastic. Cheers, mate.
All right, take care.
Cheers.
Speak
bye.
Soon.
Big thank you to Alfie for coming on and giving us the insight into him and his lifestyle that he's living right now as a professional golfer. And thank you guys for listening to the latest episode. And like I said, we're back, so these will be coming out every week again, so get ready. Got some good guests already recorded and ready to come up, so come back next week for another episode of One Pod Life. In the meantime, you can head over to Instagram and follow me at One Putt Life, and you can see how I'm getting on my own journey where I'm hopefully to become a professional golfer. So thanks for listening, guys, and speak to you again soon.